Hello, everybody. This is Bobby from Carsilog. This is our first Podsilog. So how's everybody doing? Today we have Neil Estrada and Edwin Baloloy. They are from FilAm, and we're going to talk about the upcoming event on June 22nd at Irvine Valley College. And Neil, why don't you just tell us about FilAm, what you guys do, your mission and vision, how it first started, and then tell about the event on 6/22.
Thank you, Bobby, and thank you everybody for tuning in to the first Podsilog of Carsilog.
Yeah,
definitely an honor to be the first guest on here.
Absolutely.
But FilAm's an acronym. It stands for Filipino Influential Leaders and Mentors, and this all started back in the pandemic. Me and Edwin and a couple of other people were talking about what we could do for the community, and so this is really a nonprofit-based community organization where we get involved to make sure that Filipino Americans, they get counted, they get heard, they get the information and knowledge that they deserve. Because growing up here, we immigrated. My parents were probably like your parents and Edwin's parents, where they immigrated in. And seeing my parents go through life and kind of struggling, it's because they didn't really have the connections. They didn't really know the people who can give them the information that they might have needed. And some opportunities just weren't available for them. So me and Edwin were part of the Filipino Chamber of Commerce in Orange County, where we were both presidents. And we wanted to take this beyond just business. We wanted to make sure that we left no one behind.
Nice. Why did you became a nonprofit?
Yeah, like Neil said, the origin of FilAm goes back even before the pandemic. You know, I was president of the Filipino Chamber in 2016 to 2017. I don't know if I'm getting the exact years.
You're right.
Yeah, and then Neil the 2 years after us. So then when we were out there, we were ecstatic to go to kind of bridge the gap, because everyone knows that there's a pretty good gap between our first generation and us, the second generation, and trying to promote entrepreneurship. So we would go out and we'd like to think we took the chamber to another level, having more members, helping more businesses out there. But at the same time, when we'd have these events, we had our share of limitations because we were a C6 back then as far as a nonprofit entity goes. And then we weren't necessarily inclusive of all our friends and family. You know, we had our business owners, and it seemed to be the common question that, hey, can I still go because I'm not a business owner? Right. So then we wanted something a little more all-encompassing. And not only that, we wanted the ability to pay our speakers and to support the people who were our rising stars in the community.
Right, that's an awesome business model. I've been to some of your events. Arctic Cafe, I've been to Irvine, the Chinese dim sum event. Great events. I network with a lot of people, and I really like I like the energy of your events. On 6/22, tell me, this is your second one. Yeah. So tell me about how'd you get with the city of Irvine and Orange County? Because I know there's a lot of LA County, Philippine Independence Day, and Friendship Day and all that. How did you get into Irvine and Orange County? And tell us about that 6/22 date coming up.
Sure. So how that happened really was FLOC, which is the Filipino Lawyers of Orange County. At the time, their president was Francis, and she contacted the Filipino Chamber of Commerce president, which is Geraldine Larson, myself from FilAm, and then we also have Elevate AAPI, who is Edwin T. Yongson, who is a professor right on Irvine Valley College. So they wanted to do a joint event. We have worked with FLOC before, back when I was in FACCOC, where we had a joint event at Pelican Hill celebrating Independence Day. This time they wanted to take this outside, so we decided to look for a venue. Irvine Valley College was a good fit because we had Edwin over there. Right. They had terraces already built up. They had a place where they could have a stage, free parking, right? Nice. I mean, we got to keep it Filipino, right?
Carsilog, free parking. That's very important.
And I'm going to call it right now the Filipino F word. It's free, right? That's what it is. That's the most important word to us.
So I like that.
I thought it was free.
Yeah, there you go.
With the P.
With the accent, right? Right. Yeah. But anyways, that's kind of what happened. We all put it together. We had our first one last year. There's a lot of us like ourselves, which are Irvine based in terms of the nonprofit. So we need some of the civic leaders over there, some of the community leaders. We thought that'd be a good fit. And in all honesty, it's just like Orange County Filipinos are so spread out. Right. So we wanted to just put it in a good environment, good, safe place, call everybody down, make sure we can all celebrate together our heritage. So you asked about like what's going to go on that day, right? So, well, first and foremost, Carsilog will be there.
Yeah, you hear that, guys? Carsilog will be there to support and promote FilAm.
Not only that, they're going to be featured from 7 to 9 a.m. They have a car show going on.
Correct.
Right, with anywhere between 85 to 100 cars.
Right.
We also have a motorcycle show with our friends from Cerritos as well.
Nice.
Led by Mikey Rosario and Norm Andres. So they'll be down there. We have some vendors. We have sponsors. We have talent. We have Filipino food trucks.
Nice.
The Angels are coming down there to promote the game on 7-Eleven, Filipino Heritage Night. They'll be out there as well.
Nice.
Yep, so you'll see a little bit of culture. You'll see a little bit of... like singing, dancing, all of it. Whatever Filipino, you'll see it there. Balut eating contests too. So.
Oh, really? Balut eating contest. So, hey, Balutilogs, are you guys ready to eat? Tell me about the first one. Was the first one also at an Irvine Valley College as well?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, it was. And so, what's the growth expecting from the first year to the second? You think maybe double the capacity?
We're hoping for that, but it's hard to tell because kind of like what I told the Angels in Orange County, there is no Filipino city. Unlike LA County, where you have Cerritos, Long Beach, Carson, Walnut, West Covina, LA, right, Glendale, right? It's different.
Right.
So we got to import everybody in.
Right.
So in Orange County, like if you follow the Filipino migration, right, they've started somewhere. They didn't just move into Orange County straight from the Philippines.
Right.
Normally it doesn't happen that way.
Right.
So now we would hope to double our numbers if we can. We didn't have an official clicker last year, but just to give you an outlay, if we did click everyone who passed through and came by, it's anywhere between, at the minimum, 300, on the high side, 500.
Nice.
So maybe like 400 altogether. But hopefully we can get more. And with this podcast, if you guys all want to come out, definitely come. You're all invited.
Well, I'm ecstatic that you guys are, the migration from LA County to Orange County to have a better concentration of FilAms and Filipino and our culture in the Orange County. That's very impressive, and I'm glad you guys are both leading the way for that. Let's talk about. I want to mention not only you two. Can you tell me about who's on the board and tell me about their position so we give them a shout out on this podcast? FilAm?
Yeah. So we've got myself.
Yes.
I'm the treasurer.
Yes.
Neil's the founder.
Okay.
We have DJ Ice.
Yes.
We have
Ice. What's up? Mm-hmm.
We have Gabby Del Barrio.
Hi, Gabby.
Yeah, she comes from all of us actually come from a pretty good nonprofit background. Yeah.
Nice.
And speaking of that, we have Lyle Del Mundo.
Hello, Lyle.
Who was with SIPA, and then now he's with FACE. That's the name of his nonprofit right now. And then we have Maria Dumatal, who we kind of look at as
Maria,
the godfather or of nonprofits. She's with Curate Cancer. She also helps host the Rivals tournament every year, which is a big USC versus UCLA golf tournament over at Pelican Hill.
Nice.
So Neil did a good job putting together a well-rounded board. There's a lot of cohesion. We run a very efficient meeting.
Nice.
No drama.
Right. That's very important. No drama. We don't want drama.
I'm going to interject one other board of director because he's going to kill us.
Okay.
Did you? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was going to
say the best for last.
Yeah. Last but not least, we have MXDL.
Yeah.
Who he heads up our marketing mostly.
Nice.
But then he has his own nonprofit called FilAm, where they donate computers to a lot of schools that need.
Yes.
Yeah. So everyone there has pretty much their own nonprofit as well.
Right.
But then we kind of all intersect with FilAm.
That's great.
That is one great vision.
That is awesome. Well, shout out to your board. It seems like they're a very strong and diverse
and we're looking
group.
to grow too because of the thing coming up that Neil kind of tasked me with is we're going to have ambassadors at the universities. So of course, if we're not getting any younger, we're getting older.
Yes.
So we always want to infuse some new blood in there.
Right. Any plans for like San Diego or San Francisco? Because I know we're in the middle, kind of. Any plans for?
Are you talking about events?
Yeah, events or like getting more of the San Diego area involved, San Francisco Bay Area involved. I mean, I know they have their own groups. But as for FilAm, is that one of your goals or not?
Well, here's the deal, right? Because we actually started in Irvine, but we're from Cerritos. This thing can go all nationwide if you want to, right?
Yes.
So we're not limiting ourselves just to like one area. We're actually open to go everywhere else.
Good.
Now, in terms of chapters, we haven't thought it out that way, but we actually currently don't have membership. So anyone can be a part of the group without being a member.
Nice.
That could change in the future, but I think one of the advantages of not having membership is we can go to another city, we can go to another town, right? And we could just, establish roots over there, get people and stories that are needed to be told, and introduce them to everybody else. So, yeah, we have our platforms that can do that, and we have the people that can do that.
So guys, if you guys are from San Diego or if you're not from the Irvine or Cerritos or Buena Park or these neighboring cities, FilAm is open, right? You guys are open to like get some, more members and to grow, right? To grow and to connect all the Filipinos, the FilAms and other cultures to share what we do as Filipinos. I heard also that you guys are going to have a golf tournament as well coming up. Edwin, want to talk about that?
Yeah, so we have it on
Tuesday, September 17th.
Tuesday, September 17th.
Strawberry Farms in
Strawberry
Irvine.
Farms.
Yeah, and then this will be FilAm's second year doing the tournament as the host, but then, of course, dating back to our years with the Filipino Chamber, this will probably be around like the 10th year.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Where is that? I'm sorry, where is that again?
Strawberry
Farms.
Do they have a big parking lot?
They do.
The parking lot's free. Yeah.
Carsilog, you hear that? Okay, you hear that? September 17th.
We could try to work something out.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, but then of course for the last 5 years, we've had the pleasure of having Byron Scott as our celebrity golfer.
Nice, Byron Scott, shout out.
Yeah, last year he brought James Worthy and Mike
James
Cooper.
Worthy. Yeah.
And then we've always had the Laker girls as well every time Byron's been there. So it's been an honor having Byron, and he's always been gracious and giving us his time and auctioning off some autographed basketballs. And
nice.
It's just made it a better tournament too.
Right.
Yeah.
Where let's tell everybody in the social media world and also who's listening to our first Podsilog, where can one find all the information? Tell me social media. Where can we find you guys?
It's filam.life. That's the website. So just how it sounds, filam.life.
Okay.
You can also find us on Facebook. Instagram. FilAm SoCal.
Right.
And you'll find it all there, or just contact Bobby or Edwin or I.
Right.
Yeah, and if someone doesn't golf, they're always invited to the dinner because it's one of our bigger fundraisers, and the beneficiary of it is Center for Autism and neurodevelopmental disorders.
Yeah.
I have to try to get that.
Long name,
right. Yeah. But they've been a beneficiary of the tournament for a number of years.
Nice. Well, I appreciate everything you guys do. I mean, in the past 10 minutes, there's so much information. And how do you guys manage that? Because being newly a father, and you have your personal life. How do you guys manage? Working with all these nonprofits and organizations and to set up these events. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, let's start with you, Edwin. I know you're a real estate agent. Why don't you tell me about what you do and not doing the FilAm, not doing your civil duty of helping others. Like, what do you do? Tell me.
Thanks for asking, and it's a pleasure being on here for the first Podsilog. Yeah. I'm a full-time real estate agent, and I specialize in high density. I have a website called midriseliving.com.
Sweet.
So then anytime you're driving around, like let's say Irvine, for example, and you see a big building like Lexington off of the 405. So you Google Lexington and Irvine, my website's going to come up. It specializes in helping buyers and sellers buy those properties. And then there's also a market where people want to buy the luxury ones, where they want to rent the luxury ones. Like they want to get the penthouse. I'm helping someone right now who's looking for a vacation place over the summer. So a place like that would run from $50,000 and up, all the way up to $150,000 a month, in Newport Coast, Newport Beach. So that's what the website does. Like I have a defined niche, probably encompasses about half of my business, and the other half is more your bread and butter real estate buyers and sellers. Right.
Can you tell the audience real quick, like, real estate's so expensive, and people, these new college graduates and these new mom and dads, they keep, saying, I don't know if I could afford a house, like, you have any like real quick, like maybe top 2 or 3 recommendations of how one could obtain a house?
Well, first and foremost, there's no shame in renting first, right. Just to hold you over. You know, that it's easier on the cash flow for 1 or 2 years. You know, as much as real estate agents always like to say buy.
Right.
But then if you want to do that to hold yourself over and just get independent of paying your bills, you could go do that.
Right.
Of course, the best way is just to have a plan with your parent when you're living with family.
Right.
And then every month, because if you have a professional career, if you imagine you're making 120K a year, like as one of your nurses or something like that, and you're not paying rent, that you could go save for a pretty good down payment. You could get into a house as low as 3.5% down.
Gotcha.
And then there's some grants that are out there as well. There's the California Dream program as well. So there's a number of ways to get creative. Probably needs its own podcast, actually.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Well, thank you. And how long have you been a real estate agent now?
It's going on 17 years.
17 years. Well, thank you very much for sharing your personal what you do. So let's turn to you, Neil, and I know you're selling insurance. You're with State Farm. Tell me about that.
Okay, so I want to answer your question first and foremost. Sure. So in regards to how we find time to do all this, well, if you think something's worth it, you're going to find time.
Right.
And for me, it's about the people.
Right.
So my people are worth it, so I'll find the time no matter what.
Good.
So which leads me into insurance, because at State Farm, there's, about 400 something different things that I can do, like literally.
Right.
Okay, so how I got into insurance was I was in mortgage over at Chase. Someone from the Chamber of Commerce who was on our board asked me to be an insurance agent. He's like, you know what? You're not on the board, but you're setting up meetings, you're bringing people, you're creating events, you're speaking at the events. Yeah. And I think you'd be a great agent. I'm like, thanks, but no thanks. I'm cool. I live 4 miles away from my work. Everyone's well qualified. The money's good, whatever, right? Very next day, Chase Private Client Banker takes me to lunch, and he's like, hey, I'm going to start my own insurance company. I want you to be the face of the insurance company. I'm like, why? Like, well, because, you have a network and this and this. I'm like, let me think about it.
Right.
So to stay loyal to the person that introduced me from our chamber, I decided to go his way, because I also found out State Farm did mortgage. That too. And then I've always wanted to get into a business of my own, number one, sole proprietorship, right? And starting your own business. Sure. And then also, I wanted to help out as many people as I can with as many different things as possible. And in insurance, I'm out there to protect, right, what people have built up.
Right.
And this is why I felt the need, like, I should go switch. And it was all in line with being in the Chamber of Commerce, because in the Chamber of Commerce, you're transacting what? Business.
Right.
You're helping entrepreneurs, right? So it all made sense to me, everything aligned. Then I made the move.
Awesome. And how long have you been doing that now for insurance?
Since 2016, May is when I opened it up.
So you do home, auto, commercial.
There's a lot. Health, supplemental health, life, right? People don't know that we do bank. Yep. IRAs.
All right.
Right? Yeah. Annuities.
Right.
See, like, those are things that people won't think about, but like, when they speak to me and we have an open conversation, I'll let them know. I'm just not one to push on people.
Right.
That's it.
Awesome. And how, if you guys need these services or real estate insurance, these are the two cats that you guys have to talk to. And how can they find you for your business? How can we find you?
So first off, my motto is deal with Neil.
Deal with Neil.
But if they want to look me up, just type in my website, neilestrada.com.
Okay.
NEILESTRADA.com.
Nice. Edwin?
And then for me, you could go to Instagram. I'm fitrealtor_714.
Okay.
Is my IG handle. I'm sure Joe will put it on the screen.
Yeah.
And then midriseliving.com.
Awesome.
Is my website.
All right, well, Carsilog and everybody out there in the social media world, look at this, our first Podsilog. Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Edwin. We're going to be sure to market, support, and promote as Carsilog for your event on 6/22. Remember, we have a car show at 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. and then from 9 a.m. to 5.
9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
5 p.m.
There is another event, though, if I can invite the folks really quick.
Sure, absolutely.
All right, so everyone knows about Filipino Heritage Night with the Dodgers, but the Angels are finally letting us have Filipino Heritage Night.
Sweet.
On 7/11.
Nice.
So go get your Slurpees first on 7/11, then come to the game. So at that game, it's at Angel Stadium, starts at 6:38 p.m., but there is a link to get your tickets. It's angels.com/Filipino. Let me tell you about it really quick. The tickets run anywhere from $34 to $54 to $94, depending on where you want to sit. Okay, we have 4 nonprofits that are going to be there: FilAm, SoCal Filipinos, Coalition of Filipino American Chambers of Commerce. Then we also have Team Philippines Amateur Baseball. They'll be there. Okay. Once you get your tickets through that link and through that link only, you're going to go through Gate 5. I would say come at 5 p.m. Through Gate 5, that's where you'll get your jersey with the Filipino Heritage patch on there. Filipino Heritage Night patch. You'll also see Icy Ice and DJ E-Man. They're going to be rocking the tables for you as you come in through Gate 5 at the Village. We'll probably be mic'd up, introducing everybody over there. We're going to make it a fun and festive place. Sweet. We have a Filipino food truck coming out, Lechon's Capital.
Nice.
My friend Felsen Palad is going to be singing National Anthem. And then yours truly gets to throw out first pitch.
Nice.
But anyways, the event's for everybody over here. It's a community event, so anybody can use it for whatever they want to. If you want to make it a work outing, go for it. Family outing, go for it. If you want to say, hey man, I'm part of this event, go for it. Send us your logo. We'll put it on there.
Sweet.
Invite everybody. They're all invited out.
So business owners, you guys hear that, right? So Neil's just said, if you guys want to promote your business through Neil, you hit him up. Hit him up, guys. Well, I think we're out of time, guys. I really appreciate your time. I've known Edwin and Neil ever since elementary, ever since junior high school. We're all from the same neighborhood, and I'm very honored and proud of you guys. I've seen you guys have grown up, and thank you guys what you guys do for the city and for the community.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Podsilog and Carsilogs. Stay tuned. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Carsilog, and you'll see our new events coming up. We have a lot of events coming up, and remember, 6/22 we have the Filipino Independence Day, and we have 6/29 our Rigs and Vans Family Day at Prado Park in Chino. Be sure to check out our events page for that, and thank you very much. See you guys later.